You're listening to the Decentralized Talk Podcast, your crypto connection.
Decentralized Talk. Decentralized Talk.
All right. Welcome to another outstanding, amazingly read episode of Decentralized Talk, the best crypto podcast that you can listen to at Thanksgiving and have super heated arguments about Bitcoin Cash with your drunk uncle. This week, we weren't going to do an episode because Thanksgiving's coming up, but we got a lot of family stuff we're doing. But so much going on in the market, we decided we had to kind of come out and talk about a few things. The market is just bleeding right now. And there's still a lot of controversy behind the Bitcoin Cash ACB, Bitcoin Cash SB, Bitcoin Cash Yo Mama. There's just a lot of drama going on right then that we kind of wanted to talk about.
Well, there is three of them, right? There's Bitcoin Cash, ABC, Bitcoin Cash SD, and there was a
Is it Unlimited? I think it's called Unlimited.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
Bitcoin
there is.
Cash Unlimited.
The Hash Wars is what everybody's coining it as.
Well, a lot of people even say that's kind of what brought the market down.
Yeah, I was actually reading that today. I mean, I don't know. It's tough to say. I think
it's always more than one thing.
It's always more than one thing. So I think it may have had an effect on it.
It didn't help.
Yeah.
We'll
and
say
then that. I really don't know. I mean,
well, what?
I don't know. I'm so sad.
We're going to talk about this coming up. I think is the CBOE futures markets.
Well, yeah, they just expired.
That always seems to be a downer for the markets as well.
I think that's what started it.
Yeah.
When the CBOE futures expired,
Yep.
I think I kind of saw an initial dump, and yeah, sure enough, that happened, and then that probably triggered a bunch of sell orders. Then a bunch of people sold off.
The automatic bots.
Yep. And then add that to all the drama going on with Bitcoin Cash and hard forks and hashing power and all this. Add that to just more capitulation of people going, oh my God, it broke 6,000? No, it's never going to break 6,000 ever again in the history of mankind. I'm out. I think just all those little factors together, is really just driving the price down. I mean, the bears are just full control.
Change of subject. McAfee, did you see where he is culpable for the death of his neighbor way back then?
Oh shit!
I read it.
Well, I thought he escaped the country and did
legally,
all that.
but so the family of the neighbor filed a civil suit against him.
So he's not up for murder, but he's up for the cost of the murder.
Basically.
I mean, he's getting off easy then.
Yeah, well,
money.
Because I guess they won is what it sounded like, and I could be wrong, but because I was just browsing through the article the other day, but as I was like, oh shit, he's going to jail, because they had the clickbait on there that was like, McAfee culpable for murder back in 2018. I was like, shit, he's going to jail.
Yeah.
And then I clicked on it. And
I've heard that story.
Yeah. Civil suit. They found him basically, you can't say guilty. What is it? Culpable for the funds or whatever. So, yeah. Crazy.
Wow.
Yeah. Got shot in the back of the head, didn't he?
Yeah, I think so, because the guy was complaining about McAfee's dogs, all his dogs, and then one of them wound up dead, and then that guy wound up dead.
Yeah. One
of those common little suicides by shots in the back of the head. Must be it. But yeah, I mean, back to the market. I mean, the Bears are really just controlling this whole game right now. And I mean, like always, this isn't financial advice, guys, but I've been eyeing the 4,400 level for a while and the 300 or $3,000 mark. So, and honestly, man, I didn't think we would get there that soon, but it's just it went. I feel like it was 6,500 just last week, and now we're looking at 4,800.
Couldn't have been far off from that.
So,
I think I got that.
That's not just it can't just be retail investors capitulating. It can't be just all these people saying, you know what, fuck crypto. I've lost so much money. I'm out.
Yeah,
I just don't think that there's that many that are quitting at one time. It has to be some kind of large scale sell-off, and I don't think it's coming from retail investors, but who knows? I mean, who knows?
Yeah.
One thing's for sure is like, for me, it sucks. I'd rather it be at $1 million right now, but the way I see it is none of this stuff's going to matter in 20 years. It's either Bitcoin's going to be huge and a global currency, or, one of those cryptos is going to, I think the crypto space in 20 years will be huge, huge. So, what happened in 2018, we'll probably remember it like we'll remember 2014 or whatever, but I don't think it's really going to be that big of a deal. I have too much long-term faith in it.
You were right, by the way. Last week it was 63.81 on November 13th. So that's Tuesday.
We've dropped almost $2,000. That is insane in a week.
Hell, yesterday it was 5,600.
God Lord. Yep.
Yeah.
We're sitting at 48 right now.
Yeah. So, 12.
I saw a tweet today that somebody was just like, you said you wanted volatility.
Yeah.
But I prefer the volatility that goes down and up, not just down.
Too bad you can't trade options on Bitcoin. There would be some volatility action on that.
Yeah, good Lord. Shit, I should have been shorting Bitcoin back in January.
Well, you can do that. It just seems. But yeah.
I know, you never want to, because if you really believe in it long term, you're like, I don't want it to go down.
If you short it and it skyrockets, one day it's just like everybody starts buying, then you get
something that can drop 12% in a day can also go up 12% in a day.
Yeah, but that's where you get all your value in the options. That's why you're going to make so much.
True.
But that's why they're risky too, though.
Yeah, that's probably why they're not a thing. I'll tell you what, though. There's a few in this crazy drop. There's been a few coins that have held strong, and that's our tried and true favorite, XRP, old Ripple.
Yeah,
it moved up second spot, right behind Bitcoin.
I like Ripple.
I was reading something today that said that Ripple could become the number one cryptocurrency. It compared to all the other coins, everything's dropping 10, 12. Look at Bitcoin Cash down 40%.
Bitcoin's still got, 4 times the market cap of XRP?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's not going to happen like at the end of the year. Yeah, well, what I was reading was just
that Stellar's holding pretty strong.
Yeah, I think that's the partnership with Coinbase is what's propping them up. But I've always been a big fan of Stellar. We've done a few episodes on Stellar.
Yeah, I like Stellar. You know what else is holding not very strong is Cardano.
Let's not talk about Cardano. No. Oh, Cardano. Cardano's I think Achilles heel is that they're very theoretical but not practical. They haven't really produced anything. They're working their asses off behind the scenes, and I'm sure they're really, really smart guys, but at the end of the day, when you don't have anything to produce and to show all your investors, hey, look at all this work we've been doing, and look, now we have this platform where you can build your own blockchains on, and it's way better than Ethereum, and we can do all these things that Ethereum can't. If you did that, then the price would go up. But when you're just talking about it and you don't really show anything, then everybody's just going to sell their shit because you bought something that doesn't really have a product. Or you DCA'd it all year long and you're just watching it dwindle down while you pick up more. Eventually, I'm going to be picking up a shit ton at half a cent. I'll probably have enough to do a 51% tax. I was like, look at me. I own Cardano now. I'm Charles Hoskinson.
I am Cardano. Well, USD coin is holding strong.
It fucking better if you got your money in it.
Yep. It's doing better. It's doing better than Tether.
Yeah, Tether's always had a sketchy road, but it had some more drama this past week. It dropped down to 97 cents.
I thought was it 97? I thought it was 94.
Maybe. I'm not entirely sure. I'll tell you what though, you shouldn't be able to get profit on a stable coin.
Yeah, but you can profit on the dollar.
Good point.
And
Good point.
Shouldn't the dollar be stable? Technically?
Yeah. I mean, technically.
Stable-ish. But yeah, Bitcoin Cash, it just got hammered and trashed and thrashed.
Yeah, so I mean, this is one of the least interesting things to me, but I'm sure a lot of you listeners out there, you're probably heavily invested in Bitcoin Cash, or you're just interested about it, and that's fine. So we should hit on the whole hash wars, just because I know it's just a bunch of drama going on right now.
Yeah, and I apologize for my half-hearted Bcash. I've just never been interested in it.
No, me neither.
And it doesn't excite me. And even when there's drama around it, it's like, who cares?
Yeah.
But you're right. It is and it potentially is part of what's bringing the market down too. So.
Yeah, I think so too. So basically, I think where this all started was Bitcoin Cash does a semi-annual hard fork to implement certain upgrades and stuff like that.
Which I didn't even know that.
Yeah, well, that's how they upgraded the 8 megabytes to 32.
Yeah.
For the blocks. So this change that they were going to implement was adding a new layer of coding language. I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head, but basically adding another coding language to add simple smart contracts to Bitcoin Cash. The Bitcoin Cash development team thought that was a good idea because it opens the door to build ICOs on Bitcoin Cash and all this. First of all, Roger, I thought Bitcoin Cash was supposed to be the original vision of Satoshi, from the white paper, a peer-to-peer decentralized digital cash system. I thought that's what Bitcoin Cash was supposed to be. Why do you want to build ICOs on it? There's other blockchains for that. So I don't really get it, but whatever. So they were going to implement that in the hard fork. So there was a bunch of people that thought that was a good idea, and that it could add to Bitcoin Cash's value, and they can make some good smart contracts. And that was like Roger Ver and the original Bitcoin Cash's school of thought. Then there was another school of thought that was like, no, we don't like that idea. We don't want to have smart contracts on Bitcoin Cash. That's not Satoshi's original vision. So we're going to protest that hard fork and make our own, called such a corny name too, Bitcoin Cash SV, Satoshi's Vision. I don't know why they thought that would take off, but
that was Craig Wright's vision. So
yeah, and he's Satoshi, all right.
Nope.
So you have and they also wanted to up the blocks. Satoshi SV wanted to up the blocks from 32 megs to 128 megs. So that could be beneficial. I could see that. So you have a school of thought with like Roger Ver, some big hashing players like Bitmain, and then you have a school of thought with Craig S. Wright, who claims he's Satoshi, has been disproven on that. And he has a big Bitcoin Cash mining farm behind him with the CEO of CoinGeek, which is a mining farm. So you have these two different schools of thought, and I think what added fuel to the fire is like Craig Wright is just a wild man. Like, he wrote an email to Roger Ver basically saying "fuck you" and "I will fight you like to the death with Bitcoin Cash SV, and I'll destroy Bitcoin Cash, and I'll just destroy everything if you want to go against me." If you haven't seen it, you'll have to read the email that he sent Roger Ver. It was just
Sounds like a cool dude.
Yeah, I mean, like, first of all, you're Satoshi. That's what Satoshi is gonna say. I don't think so. Bro. I don't think Satoshi is that immature. Because I mean, that's how that email came off, is like super immature, acting like a child. Like, I don't agree with you. So these are fighting words, and
Those fighting words.
like, basically, fuck you. I have a different vision, and it's Satoshi's vision.
Yeah, that's crazy. I did not know that. But also, before we get into this, there's also the third neutral wing, which is Bitcoin Unlimited. But there's a lot less, like, it doesn't get as near as much publicity. But really, all they wanted to do is empower the miners to vote. So the miners would vote on what changes are made. It doesn't necessarily...
I like that.
Either way, it's just...
I mean, at the end of the day, the miners are kind of voting because of the hash rate, you know? And that's what's going... That's what we're seeing right now, is the hash wars. So you would think...
Why not let them vote anyways?
Yeah. I mean, because they're voting by what chain they're mining, what blocks they're mining. First of all, I gotta say, like, how ironic it is that, like, Bitcoin Cash forked off of Bitcoin because, like, you know, they all said that this was Satoshi's true vision of, you know, having a blockchain, a cryptocurrency that was like fast, easy cash system, digital cash system. It's funny that it's like so ironic that they forked off of Bitcoin for those reasons, and now someone's trying to fork off of them and like
for the same
change
vision.
it for the same reasons, you know?
Yeah.
It just, super ironic. And I watched a video from Roger Ver, and he was even kind of like, wow, I see now the complications and just all the difficulties that this presents as having a contentious hard fork like this. This is really messy business. And you're like, yeah, remember when you did it with Bitcoin Cash? It sucks. But so we cover kind of what's going on with the Bitcoin Cash ABC, and that's like the Bitcoin Cash that you know today, except they were going to implement some kind of smart contracts, and then Bitcoin Cash SV, which is the supposedly true Satoshi's vision.
Yeah, I think eventually, I mean, I understand both sides.
Me too. But I mean, at the end of the day, one has to win.
Yeah.
So you would think, you know, there's a hard fork that was on the 15th, and then just, you know, there's one winner and one loser. But it doesn't work like that in the cryptocurrency land. So you have hash wars. So the winner and the loser, the winner is the one that is mining the longest chain. And
sounds like a Broken Lizards Club Dread movie.
The hash wars.
Beer Fest, Super Troopers, and the hash wars.
My allergies are killing me today.
Oh man, I got lucky. Brooks got it. My son got a cold, and then my wife got the same cold, and I got like a minor touch of it. Like, I just barely got sick, but they were both sick at the same time. And if all three of us had been sick, it would have been a nightmare.
My initial thought was that it was a cold, but I get this every year at this time once
the
everybody
here.
starts burning the cedars around this time, and I'm allergic to cedar, it just it kills me. Everything
And
about my neck.
I used to not have problems with my allergies at all, and then I hit like 30, and it was like Texas was like, "Fuck you, bro."
That was like the same for me. As soon as I turned 30,
It was like allergy city out here. Yeah,
but it's only in the wintertime that I get it. It's like
right the first when it starts to get cold.
Yeah.
And then right when it warms up for me, or kind of spring rainy is mine. Like when it's at the end of spring, when it starts to get chilly and it's still raining a lot, it just slams me.
It's always confusing too, because it's like I get it right when it turns cold, which is when everybody's getting sick from colds. And so I'm like, is this a cold or is this allergies? And it took a few years to be like, okay, this happens every year at the same time. It's got to be allergies. Yeah. And also, it just won't go away. Like, if I don't take allergy medicines, I'll just have a cold for like a month. And it's not that's when I was like, okay, this isn't a cold. Let me start taking allergy medicine. And as soon as I did that, it works.
I'm really unhealthy.
Yeah, my immune system sucks. So, Bitcoin Cash, ABC, Bitcoin Cash SV, Bitcoin Cash SVU, SUV. So right now we have the hash wars. So basically, both camps are trying to mine the longest chain, which will result in the winner, and which all miners of Bitcoin Cash will eventually revert to. But there's even more drama going on, because Craig Wright has said that he could implement a 51% attack, and that he has a bunch of hashing power behind the scenes that he will release at a specific time. First of all, I don't believe him again, and I think if you had...
You don't believe him?
Yeah. I don't believe him, the guy that said he was a Satoshi Nakamoto and then was proven wrong and couldn't disprove the proof. So I feel like if you had all this secret hashing power and we're going to unleash a 51% attack on Bitcoin Cash, why would you not do it right at the Bitcoin Cash fork? Because at that time, hashing power was shut down for a limited amount of time. Why would you not just, when it goes back up, just crush it with all this secret hashing power that you have? It's full of shit.
Why wouldn't you?
Yeah. So I don't know what he's talking about, but supposedly there's a bunch of stuff behind the scenes that could really trash Bitcoin Cash, ABC, and just completely obliterate them.
Well, the negativity around it just sucks. It's like,
it's not a good look, for the crypto space.
Let it be. Let the people decide. And, that's why there's opportunity for forking. Let it fork. Let the people decide, which what sucks now is that the people are major mining firms, basically. And
yeah, exactly. And of course the space would turn like that. It doesn't surprise me. And
it's all about money. Everything's about money.
I think that's what makes cryptocurrency so great, is because it's decentralized. Like, we can make the decisions ourselves, as to where this specific blockchain or cryptocurrency should go. But why do you got to bring all the nastiness in? Why does Craig Wright have to talk so much shit? And I got to say, I'm proud of Roger Ver, because he usually isn't the guy that you're like, wow, he took the higher road here. But if anybody watches his YouTube channel, he could have freaked out. He's freaked out multiple times. I mean, it's on the internet
here, man.
Once it's on the internet, it's there, and there's multiple videos of him
losing it.
Yeah, frustrated.
Losing
I'll say
his shit.
But it was Craig Wright that started all this. Is just talking so much shit about how Bitcoin Cash SV is just gonna consume the hashing power, and it's gonna take over Bitcoin Cash. And just the way he went about it was just so nasty. It's just not a good look for the cryptocurrency space. There should be disagreements. There should be a camp that thinks this and another camp that thinks that. But you can settle those, with the mining. It doesn't have to be this aggressive, war. And that's kind of what it's turned into. And it's just like, man, if we didn't already have enough negativity in cryptocurrency when coins are down 95%, like, did we really need that kind of look? I don't think so. So as we speak, Bitcoin Cash ABC is still building the longer chain. So they're still in the league. I mean, I don't know. The point is that it hurts the market and as a whole. It's really just not what you want to see. Now you do want to see the disagreements and like an eventual compromise like be found, but you don't want to see just the nastiness that you see from the different camps. It's like it's not needed.
Doesn't look good on you, Craig.
Yeah, and it's really not looking like Craig's going to win this battle anyway. But supposedly he has all these tricks up his sleeves where he's just going to destroy the cryptocurrency space. Because, I mean, he's Satoshi, so he can...
He's doing a pretty good job right now.
Yeah, for sure. Like, if a lot of this is, like, because of
related,
this whole debacle, then, yeah.
But,
he's fucked shit up.
Sorry to steer the subject away from Bitcoin Cash again. But a lot of markets are down right now. It's not just the crypto markets. The stock market's down.
Almost every financial market is down right now.
A lot of sectors of the stock market are down right now. And, I mean, the Dow Jones and the S&P are both down and took pretty hard hits today. So, I mean...
The commodities market's down, too.
Yeah, I did not know that, but I don't follow the commodities market.
Almost every financial market is down. And I don't know, what's the reason for that? Is it because of the global?
People are selling their assets.
I think. Well, I mean, maybe that has no. I think a lot of it is just because of the global economic uncertainty of what's going on with China. China's this rising economic power. The U.S. is one that's kind of in this turmoil with all the trades,
trade embargoes.
Yeah, that Trump is implementing. So
yeah,
there's a lot of uncertainty, I think, just globally right now, and it's definitely affecting financial markets.
Well, then the Fed keeps raising the hiking the rates. I mean,
and see what's funny is this is the time that you would think that crypto would be the place where the money would go, but it's just bleeding out of crypto.
Everybody's, yeah.
I mean, if I had so much money in the stock markets and it was not doing so well, I would probably try to find another asset class to put it in. But, and crypto would probably be a good one. But then I look at the crypto market and I see that it's down 85% over the year and go, maybe I'll wait. But I don't know. I mean, we keep going back to that one quote, that Warren Buffett one, right? What is it?
I don't know. You buy when people are something and sell.
Yeah, you buy when people are scared and you sell when people are greedy. Something along those lines.
Yeah.
I mean, that everybody's scared right now in crypto. That's for damn sure. So that would say buy to me, but
gold's up. That is one thing. Gold's up over the last 7 days, 20 points.
Yeah, over the last 7 days. What is it over the last year? It's probably pretty steady, down a little bit, I would say.
Down. It doesn't fluctuate much, but it's down 4% over the last year. $50.
Yeah, gold's honestly not that great of a long-term investment.
It's kind of a hedge for people.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. It's I don't want to lose all my money in the stock market. So if anything, if all else fails, I got old gold here on the side.
Yep.
That I don't actually hold any physical gold, but I just have this thing that says I own some gold.
I have physical gold.
Yeah, I do. No, I do too. Not enough to retire on,
No, not much. No,
but I could go pawn that
I
shit.
probably have like $70 worth of gold.
That's probably what I got. I think I got a ring and some necklaces.
Oh yeah, that's true. I got my ring. I actually have like a gold.
Oh, you have like a coin.
Yeah.
I do have this Bitcoin, and I think it's made of gold. But considering I bought it on Amazon for the dirt cheap, it's probably just gold plated.
Dude, I bought, yeah, probably, but because this is a little different. I bought a Chinese gold coin like back in college on eBay, like right when I started college, and then sold it like my senior year. I bought it for like $25, ended up selling it for like $300.
No shit.
Yeah, it was, of course, that was 5.5 years later, but that's pretty good return on your investment.
Really good. That's really good.
Or it might not have been Chinese, some Asian gold coin.
You saying they all look alike? All those Asian coins.
I'm just saying I don't remember. That was been a long time ago.
So, regardless of what side you stand on with the Bitcoin Cash, time's gonna tell which side will win. I think it's gonna be ABC. Honestly, like I said earlier, it doesn't really matter that much to me. It's all about Bitcoin for me. And I'm not a Bitcoin maximalist. I think a lot of these blockchains, a lot of these projects are going to last long term. It's just going to take years and years and years. And I think that's why we see a lot of this capitulation and these weak hands still leaving. Is like you would think back in like August, September, when it was already down, like some alts were down 85%, you would think everybody would like be like, fuck this, I'm out. But no, it's still people are dropping out just because they've lost so much. And you got to remember, like, bear markets can last years. And just specifically in Bitcoin, when you're talking about retracements, like long-term retracements, they usually go down about 78%, which would put Bitcoin at 4,400. So it's still got room. Hell, it could be at 4,400 right now, just in the middle of the podcast. Like, it could drop another 1,000 while we're talking. It didn't. I just refreshed. It dropped about $7. But no, I think like a lot of people forget that is like, man, this bear market could go on for years. It could be 2020 still before we see another bull run. And it's like, are you willing to do that? I think we're finding out a lot of people aren't, and a lot of people invested a lot more than they could stand to lose. That's what we've said since the very first podcast. Is only invest what you can afford to lose. And I think a lot of people did not do that. They invested way more than they wanted to lose.
People investing on loans and
yeah, just not smart.
That's investing on something you can't lose.
Yeah, exactly, because you don't even have it.
Exactly.
Yeah, that don't just invest what you can afford to lose. Invest what you have first.
Yeah. Exactly.
Like, step number 1, have money.
Don't invest what you don't have.
Yeah. Just guys, just be smart and be patient. There's going to be cryptocurrencies out that are in this space of thousands of coins that are going to be super profitable. But just take it slow, do a hell of a lot of research, and just be super patient. And in years from now, you'll be very thankful that you did that research and that you slowly like put in.
Not if you believe, what's his name? What, Nobeli Rotini or who?
Oh, that guy. Oh my God. Yeah, but what's funny is like if you look at his, there was a tweet that he tweeted back out in 2013, and when Bitcoin had crashed from like 1,000, I don't remember where it was at, but it went all the way down to 53% or $53. And he was like, "This is the end of crypto. It's end of Bitcoin. It's crashed 70% all the way down to 51. Bye bye Bitcoin." And it's like, you dumbass, you should have just bought it. It was $51, you idiot. even now at 4,800, you would have. Oh my God, you would have been so rich. I think he's just really salty about not buying it. Like, yeah. Like, so he's always going to be super bearish. He's just really pissed that he didn't buy it when he had the opportunity, and so he's just always going to talk shit about it. So of course he's going to say it goes to zero. He's just
What did you
pissed.
say that it should be? It should have negative value. Did you see that?
No, I didn't see that. Who's supposed to pay me?
Yeah, he he said that because of the electricity that it costs to verify everything. That it should
Oh,
have a
you're
negative
right.
value. Yeah.
You're right. Which, actually, I did want to say this because I saw a really good infographic about how much electricity the Bitcoin mining or miners use versus how much electricity the banking industry uses.
Well, I saw something about how much energy is used to make the dollars that we.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah.
Hang on, let me.
So I mean, it doesn't use that much electricity. I've had my miner running forever. I mean, as long as I can remember, and it's nothing special. It's a little 1080. I mean, I make literally nothing off of it, but not nothing, few cents a day. But anyways, it doesn't use hardly any electricity. I cannot tell a difference in my electricity bill whatsoever from when it's on and it's off.
Yeah. But if you had a mining farm, I bet you'd tell.
Oh yeah, there's
Big
a
old
little difference between having one and even 100 of them.
So okay, so here is this is from June. It's a comparison of the annual economic costs and the annual environmental costs of different financial sectors. So as far as economic costs, gold mining is 105 billion.
And it's not good for the environment sometimes.
Yeah. Paper and currency and minting, 28 billion. The banking system electricity use, 63 billion. And if you combine the paper money,
I didn't even think about, just banks in general, brick and mortar banks.
yeah, if you combine the entire banking industry, all expenses, electricity, the printing of the money, everything, about 1.8 trillion. And then Bitcoin mining, I mean, it's the biggest environmental crisis the world's ever seen, right? 0.79 billion. So 700 million compared to 1.8 trillion. So old Rubio, or what is his name? Rubini? Yeah.
I have no idea. That might be made up. Nobody might know who we're talking about.
No, I'm sure everybody that's listening to this podcast knows exactly who we're talking about.
Luigi. It's Mario.
So it's just all of his arguments are just easily disputed, and just, dude, sit down, bro. So you're just super mad that you didn't buy it at $50. Just,
man, he just seems rude too.
Oh yeah, he's super angry about it.
Craig Wright would get along, I think.
Yeah, probably. Probably. It's a rough week for Bitcoin and the cryptocurrency space, but for all of you guys that are listening and haven't just thrown in the towel yet, then you probably invested as much as you could afford to lose. That's probably why you haven't thrown in the towel yet. And it sucks to lose money. Don't get me wrong, I've lost a lot too, but if you really believe in the long-term growth of this kind of space and the technology behind it, then this doesn't matter. 2018 was just a rough year.
You haven't lost anything until you sold it.
Exactly. Exactly. So, one thing I've heard, or one thing I've learned in this bear market is, like, hodling is not the smartest strategy all the time. Sure, it sounds great when you're talking about buying Bitcoin at $2 and then waiting 8 years. Yeah, that sounds great, but not year to year. It doesn't sound great. Hodling might be great over 10 years. It could also be really bad, because if you're hodling Cardano and Cardano goes to zero, then that's not probably the right decision to make. But I would say, as far as Bitcoin goes, hodling is the good strategy. For a lot of the alts, Not necessarily. You need to put stop losses in, and make sure you have a plan going in. To, okay, if it goes to this price point, I'm gonna sell. If it goes up to this price point, I'm gonna sell. But Bitcoin, I think Bitcoin's the only one where you should just really dollar cost average and hodl until, and still have a plan. Say, I'm going to hodl for 5 years. I'm going to hodl for 10 years. I'm going to hodl until I'm 81 or, whatever. But still have a plan. Don't say, I'm just going to hodl until the price gets to where I want to sell it, because you don't know where the price is at. I guarantee you it's going to get so high you won't want to sell it, and then you'll hodl even more and watch it go all the way back down again. So
Hodl.
it's just hodl's not always the best strategy. That's what I've learned from this year. Bear markets are rough.
If you're a decent trader and you can definitely take profits and have a plan, I think that's the best way. But you definitely need to know what you're doing before you can have any kind of success doing that.
Oh, there's money to be made in bear markets, but it's by the day traders and the swing traders, and not your average Joe can do that. You got to, you should be spending at least 6 months to a year learning all the trends and practicing. Just, do the paper trades where you're just using monopoly money. And then once you can consistently gain like 1 to 3% profits, daily or weekly, however you're trading, then you can look to jumping into the day trading and the swing trading, because those are good. Those are like the really only way to be profitable in a bear market. For everybody else, you just kind of dollar cost average or throw your money in and just do project that you have a lot of hope for.
Yep.
But moral of 2018 is like bear markets fucking suck.
Well, a lot of people think the bear market's going to turn around here at the beginning of 2019 because of all the potential positive publicity that the crypto market's going to get with the ETF stuff that could be happening. I
mean, there's been a lot of positivity in the crypto market this year. That's the price isn't reflective of like the infrastructure that's being placed. So that's another thing. Like you can't discount the fact that like a lot of work's being done in the space right now. It's just the price just not really reflecting that. There's been a lot of good news, and but everybody keeps saying, "Oh, have we hit the bottom? We've hit the bottom. Now we've hit the bottom."
Bottom. Now we're here.
No, now this month.
Well, you never even know the bottom until you get to the bottom.
Yeah, and then you start going up, and then you can look back and say that was the bottom. You can never say this is the bottom now.
This is the dead cat bounce.
Yeah. I mean, I'm all for living in the present, but you can't know the bottom in the present. That's one of those things in hindsight you'll know.
Yes.
So I don't know. I've kind of spewed out all the crypto like knowledge that I wanted to spit out today. You got anything else you wanted to talk about?
Nope.
All right, then. That about wraps things up for this episode of the D guys. Make sure to tune in next week. We're actually setting up some interviews for the Thanksgiving holiday, so stay tuned for that. We got some good ones. Make sure to check us out on Twitter and Facebook at DTalk Podcast. Check out our website. It's been revamped, decentralizedtalk.com. Check us out on iTunes, iHeartRadio, Spotify, YouTube. We just have the audio up on YouTube, but pretty much anywhere you listen to streaming shit, we are there, being awesome. We were on MusicCoin. MusicCoin's still a thing, just nobody goes to it. So check us out on MusicCoin. Throw us some MusicCoin. Links to the website in the description below. As always, guys, stay decent.